Good morning students, welcome to the session. Today I am going to explain about states of matter. First of all, matter. What is meant by matter? Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Anything which has mass and occupies some space is called matter. For example, piece of chalk, it contains some mass and it occupies some space. For example, if I put in my pocket, it occupies some space. So for example, if I take duster, it occupies some space and it is having some mass. So it is a matter. So generally, matter is divided into four fundamental physical states. Fundamental physical states. There are four fundamental physical states are there, namely solid state, liquid state, third one gaseous state, and fourth one that is plasma. Here in this chapter, generally states of matter discussed mainly about liquid state and gaseous state, especially gaseous state. The solid state, first one, it is explained in second year. So there we can explain clearly. So next one, plasma. So what is plasma? Plasma is the fourth state of matter. Plasma is fourth state of matter. It is observed in high temperatures. Generally, in the, for example, sun, interior of the sun, we will observe the plasma. Plasma is the high ionized gas. In this state, generally we will observe equal number of positive charges equal to equal number of electrons. So here, first I will explain gaseous state. Generally, gaseous state is explained with four parameters. So generally characteristics of gas. So first one, amount of gas. The second one, pressure of gas. Third one, volume of gas. And fourth one, temperature of the gas. By using these four parameters, we can explain the gaseous state. So first one, amount of gas. So first amount of gas. Amount of gas. Generally, the amount of gas is expressed in moles. So amount of gas present in the container is expressed in the moles. So mole, generally it is denoted by letter L. So formula of moles is weight by gram molecular weight, or given mass by molar mass of the gas. By using this formula, you can find the amount of a gas, given gas. So next one, that is next parameter by using pressure of a gas. Pressure. Generally, if you take any gas, the pressure is exerted by gas is due to presence of molecules. Example, if you take the container, gas molecules, the gas molecules due to collisions of the gas molecules, the walls of containers, the pressure is exerted. So then generally pressure formula pressure equal to force by area. Pressure equal to force by area. The force acting on the gas in unit length area is called pressure. So the units of pressure P is equal to F by A formula. Force, F means force, the SI unit is newtons. Area, the SI unit is for area is meter square. Therefore, the SI unit of pressure is Newton by meter square. It is also called as Pascal. It is also called as Pascal. Simply denoted with PA, Pascal. Generally, it is in the name of scientist Pascal. The SI unit of pressure is denoted by PA, Pascal. So here, and also the pressure is units of atmospheres. An atmosphere is equal to 1.01325 to 10 power 5 pascals. 10 power 5 pascals. So here, an atmosphere also known as 76 centimeters of Hg. 76 centimeters of Hg. So also know that centimeter equal to 10 millimeters. Therefore, 76 into 10 millimeters of Hg are equal to 76 millimeters of Hg. Or that equal to 76 torrs. Also we can explain by torrs. And one bar is equal to, and also explain with the bar. One bar equal to 10 power 5 pascals. 10 power 5 pascals. So by using this, we can explain the pressure of the given one. Generally, atmospheric pressure is measured by using the barometer. So by using barometer, we can explain the atmospheric pressure. So whereas pressure in the container is explained by using the manometer. By using manometer, we can explain the pressure of the given gas in the container. So that is using manometer. So next one, that is volume. Volume of a gas. So volume is generally nothing but the three-dimensional space occupied by any gas or liquid is called volume. Three-dimensional space. So here, three-dimensional space occupied by gas is called volume. Generally, the units of SI units of volume is meter cube. Meter cube. So generally, meter cube is written into meter into meter into meter. If you write this into centimeters, 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. Therefore, 100 centimeters here also 100 centimeters. 10 square, 10 square, 10 square. Totally, you write 10 power 6 centimeter cube. 10 power 6 cc cubic centimeters. So this way we can explain the meter cube. Also, 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. 1000 liters. And liter equal to, we know that 1000 milliliters. So 1 liter equal to 1000 cc. Also write that 1 liter equal to 1000 cc. This is the units of volume of gas. Next one, that is temperature of a gas. Temperature of a gas. Here temperature, we are taking absolute temperature. Generally, temperature means the degree of hotness or coldness. The degree of hotness or coldness is called the temperature. General temperature is measured with thermometers. So here, so temperature here we are having different. It is divided into different kinds of temperatures: Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Kelvin scale. Temperature is measured in different scales: Celsius scale, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin scale. Also Lyman scales. Generally, absolute temperature, the temperature which is measured in Kelvin scale, is called absolute temperature. The temperature which is measured in Kelvin scale is called absolute temperature. General absolute temperature is denoted with T, capital T. K means Kelvin. For example, if the given temperature is Celsius, from Celsius we can convert the temperature into Kelvin scale. The temperature in Kelvin scale equal to temperature in Celsius plus 273.15. Generally we take 273 enough. So for example, 0 degrees Celsius, the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Take 273, that equal to 273 Kelvin. The boiling point of water, if we take 100 degrees Celsius plus 273, we will get 373 Kelvin. 373 Kelvin. So by taking absolute temperature, we can explain the gas first. Next one, that is here the low temperatures. The study of low temperatures is called cryogenics. Study of low temperatures. Study of low temperatures is called cryogenics. Study of high temperatures. High temperature is called pyrometry. High temperature is called pyrometry. So generally normal temperatures. So normal temperatures is measured by using the mercury thermometer. By using mercury thermometer, you can explain the normal temperatures. You can measure the normal temperatures by using mercury thermometer. The high temperatures is measured by gallium pyrometers. By using gallium pyrometers, we can explain the high temperatures. You can measure the high temperatures. The laws which relate the temperature, pressure, volume, and number of moles is called as gas laws. So generally, there are different gas laws are there. First one, Boyle's law. Boyle's law. For the given amount of mass, a constant temperature, the pressure of gas is inversely proportional to volume of gas. So pressure is inversely proportional to volume of gas. P is inversely proportional to volume of gas is called Boyle's law. Constant temperature. So here temperature is constant and the amount of gas, that is N, also constant. T and N are constants. So P is inversely proportional to volume. Therefore PV is equal to some constant K. PV is equal to some constant K. For example, if you take initial pressure of a gas is P1, initial pressure P1, the initial volume of gas is V1. So P1 V1 is equal to some constant K1 or K. Final pressure, that is P2. Initial pressure P1, final pressure P2. Initial volume P1, final volume V2. If you take final volume V2, therefore P2 V2 is equal to some constant K. Therefore P1 V1 is equal to P2. P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Next one, Charles. In Boyle's law, the temperature is constant. Boyle's law, temperature is constant. You know, Charles law, first the Charles law, first law. So Charles law, pressure is constant. Constant pressure, the temperature, the volume of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So constant pressure, given amount of gas, constant pressure, pressure is constant. The volume of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So V is directly proportional to T. Therefore, V by T is equal to some constant K. So V1 by T1 is equal to constant. Therefore, V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T. So this is the Charles law, constant pressure, volume of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So Charles and second law, that is Gay-Lussac law. Gay-Lussac law. It shows the relation between the pressure and temperature. A constant volume, here the first one Boyle's law, constant temperature, and second one, that is Charles law, pressure is constant. Shows the relationship between the remaining two. Now, that is volume is constant, that pressure is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Pressure is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Therefore, P by T is equal to some constant K. Therefore, P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T. This was the relation between the pressure and temperature. Graphs of Boyle's law, Charles law, and Gay-Lussac laws. So here generally Boyle's law explains about the isotherms. Therm, generally remember therm means temperature. So here temperature is constant. A constant temperature, the plots drawn between the pressure versus volume. Pressure versus volume is known as isotherms. So in this graph, in the x-axis we are taking volume. Decimeter keep on y-axis pressure, it is in the bar. So graph should be like this. So this graph is called isotherms. A constant temperature. The graph is drawn between pressure and volume is called isotherms. Therms means temperature, constant temperature. Temperature is constant. So second one, that is another graph. Here also we are taking volume 1 by V. Here we are taking 1 by V. And pressure, that is in the bars. So T1, T2 and T3. So these are the graphs which is passing through the origin. So here T3 is greater than T2, T2 is greater than T1. So this is the isotherms. So next isobars. Remember bars means pressure. So remember, so constant pressure, the graph is drawn between volume of gas and temperature. That is called isobars. So here we are taking temperature in degrees Celsius. So degrees Celsius is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. So here, so the graph P1, P2, P3, 4 plots are there. So P1 is less than P2, P2 is less than P2. So if we take the temperature in Kelvin scale, the graph is passing from the origin. So here only we are taking P1, T. So P is constant. So the volume is taken on y-axis, and in x-axis we are taking absolute temperature, that is in the Kelvin scale. This is called isobars. Bar means pressure. Constant pressure. Pressure constant, what are the remaining two? Temperature and volume. The volume, the relation between volume and temperature is known as isobars. So here isoforce. Isoforce means volume. Constant volume. The graph drawn between pressure and absolute temperature. Pressure and absolute temperature, constant volume. So this explains the isoforce. For example, if we take Kelvin, the temperature in Kelvin scale, so is drawn x-axis. and y-axis pressure. The graph should be like this. Here V1, V2, V3, V4 are the plots. So V1 is less than V2, V2 is less than V3, and V3 is less than V4. Constant Avogadro's law, that is the constant temperature and pressure. Equal volume of all gas contains equal number of molecules. V is directly proportional to N. So V by N is equal to some function. V1 by N1 equal to V2 by N. This is Avogadro's law. Next, ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. By using Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law, we can derive the ideal gas equation. So, Boyle's law explains volume is inversely proportional to pressure. The second one, Charles' law, V is directly proportional to T, and Avogadro's law, V is directly proportional to N. Therefore, combine all these gas, so V is proportional to Nt by P. Therefore, PV is proportional to Nt. PV is proportional to Nt. So PV is equal to some constant. That is R. RT. Here R is called universal gas constant. Here R is called universal gas constant. By using this formula, we can write in different forms. PV is equal to RT. So PV is equal to M is equal to number of moles divided by molar mass into R into. Therefore, Pm is equal to W by V to R into T. So W by V, W means mass of given mass of gas by volume, mass by volume, that is density. P is equal to mass by volume. Therefore, Pm is equal to D into R. Pm is equal to D into R. So by using this formula, we can solve the different problems. Another formula is PV is equal to nRT. So N is equal to PV by R. PV by R. In the same way, R is equal to PV by N. PV by N. Ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. By using this, we can find different R values. R equal to PV by N. So R is equal to PV by N. So 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. For example, how these units are forms, because here PV is nothing but energy units are same in joules. PV joules. For N it is mole, and for temperature it is Kelvin. Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Denominator Kelvin inverse mole inverse. All Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Then this one 8.314 1 joule equal to, already you know the term 10 power 7 here. 10 power 7 and joule is equal to 10 power 7 Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So already we know that so 1.987 calories. So calories is the unit of energy. So Kelvin square, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Next to 82.1 centimeter cubic centimeters atmosphere Kelvin inverse mole inverse. This is pressure, volume and atmosphere is pressure. Pressure into volume, right? N means moles, mole inverse, temperature Kelvin inverse. Here 0.081 liters. If you take liter in atmospheres, volume should be taken liter, and pressure in atmospheres, temperature in Kelvin, and moles, number of moles. Next to diffusion. Next to that is diffusion. What is meant by diffusion? So diffusion means the spreading of gas molecules through available space. For example, if you spray the perfume, so what happens? It diffuses throughout the available space. So generally the formula of diffusion is R, rate of diffusion. Rate is equal to volume by time. So here grams, connection of grams law diffusion, constant temperature and pressure The rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to square root of its density. Is called the Grams law. Similarly, density is inversely proportional to rate of diffusion. If density is more, then rate of diffusion is less. Here, R is inversely proportional to molecular weight. Since density and molecular weight is in the directly proportional, R is inversely proportional to molecular weight. Because density and molecular weight both are directly proportional. D is equal to density equal to mass by volume. So density is directly proportional to molecular weight and mass. In the same way, vapor density, already we know that molecular weight equal to 2 into vapor density, molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. So by using this directly, vapor density is also directly proportional to molar mass. So R is inversely proportional to 1 by square root of V. Therefore, a simple formula by all this R1 by R2 is equal to square root of D2 by D1, inversely proportional. Square root of M2 by M1, VD2 by VD1, T2 by D1 time is inversely proportional to, by using this we can write R is inversely proportional to 1 by T. Time. So R is directly proportional to volume. Therefore, V1 by V. Dalton's law. Next one, Dalton's law. The pressure exerted by the non-reacting gaseous molecules is equal to the sum of the partial pressure equal to the total pressure. Therefore, partial pressure equal to another formula, mole fraction into total pressure. So, this is very important formula for JEE mains and MCET. So, next kinetic gasification, PV equal to 1 by 3 mnu square RMS. So, different velocities, RMS velocity formula is square root of 3 RT by m. So, average velocity is square root of 8 RT by pi m. So, by using average velocity 0.9213 into u RMS. Most probable velocity 0.8166 into u RMS. So, most probable velocity is also formula square root of 2 RT by capital. So, ratio between the most probable velocity, average velocity and RMS velocity is 1:1.128 is to 1.224. So, now last one that is important formula, van der Waals equation. P plus A n square by V square into V minus n P equal to energy. Here pressure fraction A n square by V square. Here volume fraction V minus n P, that is equal to nRT.